Yo, it's your boy Ado. I'm going to be showing the best way that you can obtain team of the season so far, Pedro. He's a high-rated Brazilian centre forward, whether you want to put him in your team or use him as SBC fodder. I'll be doing a quick player review at the end of the video as well, showing some of his key stats, work rates and traits, just so that you can get an idea of whether he's good. Obviously, in-game is different, but stats give you a very good understanding of how the players could perform in-game. If these videos are of benefit for you, then you can help support my channel by liking this video and also subscribing to my channel. Okay, so let's get started. As usual, we've got 4 objectives and I'm going to show you the best way that you can do them. Obviously, you can combine a lot of them. In this case, you can actually combine all 4, but it's going to take obviously a bit more time to build the team or a bit more sweating in your rivals game, so that one's up to you. First one, score 2 goals in 2 separate rival matches using Brazilian forwards, and then you need 6 players around them in the starting squad. So you don't need to score with the Serie A players, but the ones you score with have to be Brazilian and then have at least 6 in the squad that are Serie A. The next one, score a finesse goal in 3 separate rival matches using Brazilian players. Very easy and simple. Assist with a through ball in 4 rival matches using players with minimum 4-star skill moves, any league, any nationality. Last but not least, score and assist in 8 rival matches using Serie A players with minimum 4-star weak foot. Right, so the way that we can combine this is, as you see, there's a minimum 4-star in both of these, so you can obviously go for a 4-star player that's in the Serie A, and then as you're doing that, you can go for a player that's 4-star and Brazilian in Serie A, and then obviously have other Brazilians and Serie A's or players around them. Okay, so I'll show you some of the links and players that you can be looking at. And if we start with this one, we've got Brazilian, minimum 4-star. You've got Roberto Firmino, Coutinho, even Marcelo, Felipe Anderson, Lucas, Talisca, Willian, Rafinha, Vinicius Jr., even Fred. If we look at the Serie A, minimum 4-star weak foot requirement, Dries Mertens, Pjanic, Immobile. We've got Gomez, Milinkovic, Savic, Lukaku, Higuain, even Ibrahimovic, Dzeko, Ilic. There's a lot of options there. Obviously, I've done a 20k cap just so that you don't spend a lot of coins on these. I've built a little squad together just so that give you some players here. These are some players that are cheap and obviously you can do the team with. Obviously, this ain't the exact team that I would recommend, but these are some of the individual players I would. Defense and a goalkeeper, these are some of the decent options. Manolas, Jesus, Donnarumma, Alexandro. Just because for one of them, you need at least 6 Serie A players. And they're the ones you're not really going to be scoring and assisting with. And then for the forwards, you're going to have someone like Martinez up front or Lucas because he's Brazilian. And the key thing being with all of these is their minimum 4-star. Well, the forwards are anyways, obviously not the defenders. Douglas Costa being the exception. He's 5-star, 3-star, so he covers some of the objectives apart from one, but he's Brazilian and Serie A, so it does help quite a bit. And yeah, they're all cheap and affordable, and you can do it with these sort of players and Politano as well. I mean, there's just so many players as you saw on the list. But yeah, that should give you a sort of basic understanding of how you can do this in the quickest way possible. And I'll be doing a quick player review now, breaking down his stats. Okay, so I've loaded up Pedro's stats. Now I'm going to start analysing them for you. So starting with his work rates, high attacking, medium defensive. That's as good as you're going to get for a forward. 4-star is very good. Not as good as 5-star, but that's second best. He's 6 foot, so he's quite a big and sort of tall striker. Serie A Brazilian, a lot of really good links there. The club is going to be quite hard to strong link otherwise though, unless you got the same nationality. Someone like Foot Birthday Douglas Costa, for example. He's pacey, he's really good at shooting. He might not feel super mobile, and the reason for this is going to be the balance. And the reason why that will affect it is because pace is made up of acceleration, sprint speed, agility, balance and dribbling, all of those combined together. But if you did have the right chemistry style on him, then it obviously help a lot. He's very aggressive as well, so that'll make up for the sort of lack of extreme strength, even though 76 is still very good. 91 stamina is also really good as well. He's got 86 curve, which is okay, but the key thing to note is that if you go to his traits, he's got finesse shot trait, so he's going to be using every ounce of that 86 curve that he has at his disposal. His short passing and vision is exceptionally good as well. I reckon the best chemistry style for this player will be an engine that gives him 97 pace, it gives him 10 balance, a bit more agility and maxed out dribbling and passing stats as well. And yeah, he actually looks like a very good objective card for once, I do have to admit. I hope this objective video does help you. If you've got any other requests, please write them down in the comments below and I'll get right back to you. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been your boy. That leaves one more thing to say. Safe